Greetings, one and all. Welcome back to the RP Geeks. I'm Sam Gerson, and it is time for more Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. We're heading out to the park to help Lynn with whatever the hell's going on there. 1:28 p.m. Temsick Park. Site of the little lady Camilla's abduction tonight. Place where an important piece of evidence, the music box, was hidden. Check in, the chef. Wonder why our lady detective is looking so dejected. If she isn't dead, what did she find? Let's have a look around, shall we? I'm not seeing anything here. Leaflet. Mr. Chef. What's he doing here? La la la, let me spend a moment's time with you, my love. The world will not end if the food delivery is a little late. La la la. A little late. It's already ice cold. Oh, someone's not getting a tip. Tip the head back. There we go. Jumping poltergeist challenge. Oh, thank God he tossed his boot. Eh. Yep. Damn it. Can't do anything. Cool. And she's right there. God damn it. Huh, I thought the boot was gonna go flying. Okay, can't get back up there anymore. Oh, I'm an idiot. There we go. I'm here. Oh, there you are, Sissel. From your dejected expression, I gather you didn't find what you were looking for. Right, I can't find the music box anywhere. But I found something else instead. Something horrible. Horrible? What is it? There, in the grass, you bit... Oh, it's a corpse. Looks like a dead body. Nearly died when I saw it. Suppose now that we found it, we can't just leave it there, can we? Nope, I suppose not. It's the fucking sage of the grass or whatever. The leaves, I forget. How would you want to bet he knows where the music box is? Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the rock of the gods. You there. You're talking to me, aren't you? I have some leaflets for you. Leaflets I know you'll be very interested in. I urge you to peruse it thoroughly, examine it in detail. Never mind that right now. Do you remember your name? My name. My name. What does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about? Okay. Come now and study these tracts with me, my brother. Come and learn about the Rock of the Gods with me. Night is no longer young. Matter of fact, daybreak is approaching. We are young. Look, I don't have time to get involved in your way of life. I am interested in your way of death. So let's go back. Back to 4 minutes before your death. Feels like it's been a while since I've done one of these. You're a queen. No son, no buck then. Bites a hostile. Gonna have to put that back on my soundboard at some point. Especially since I'm running out of game to do that with. So I made up my mind. I resolved to live here in this park and defend it. Okay, and what does that have to do with this Rock of the Gods you mentioned? Still don't appear to understand. This dude looks like he could be a Pokemon character. It's written quite clearly in the 4th leaflet in great detail. Excuse me, but I have to use the restroom. Camilla and Dandy Man. I'm coming. Just hold on. I'll be right there. Watch out, I'm coming. Located the target, beauty. Girl of the right age, coming out of the right apartment building at the right time. Fucking knew it. Yes, my dear, I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. Good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me? Oh God, what do I do? What should I do? I have to do something. Excuse me? What in the world? What's happened? Oh, that's Mino. Mino? Mino, the mascot, the symbol of Temsic Park. Forget about the name of that big, creepy lump of concrete. About the way it changed direction. Did you see that? Yes, I did. We witnessed with our own eyes the power of the Rock of the Gods. The power of the gods. Power of the gods saved that little girl. And then that same power very deliberately crushed you instead. Yes, precisely. That is called the mischief of the gods. Is it the mischief of the gods, or was it a ghost trick? It couldn't have been a ghost trick. No ghost trick could change the direction of something that heavy in midair. Wait a minute. What if there was somebody with much greater powers than me? It's ghost versus ghost now. Alright, so where do we start? Look at that, there's another flame besides mine. Oh, so that is the flame of a god, is it? But hold on. Your spirit is a flame too, isn't it? Yeah, so. Pardon me, but are you a god? Sincerely doubt it. Last minute, that big lump of concrete made a huge swing to one side. Probably that flame's doing. What could it be? Definitely believe it's either a god or somebody god-related. Maybe I'd better try talking to this person. I am within range. Hi, who are you? What the? Person with much greater powers than me. It's... you? Hey! Mitchell! He does have powers! Okay, that explains a lot. So the big concrete thing killed Camilla, but Missile arrived, somehow developed powers of the dead, went back in time due to what Sissel taught him, and he somehow manipulated the big thing of concrete to hit the other guy instead. What a good boy, protecting his mistress. Oh my, it's Missile! You look well, for being dead. Did you see? Did you see what I did? I did it! I tried really hard and I did it! I saved Miss Camilla! Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what's going on? How did you get the powers of the dead? I'm glad you asked. After Miss Camilla went out and you left, I worked like crazy to make my own path, and I did it! Hey, pull the doorknob! Who's a good boy? Then he followed Miss Camilla out into the big wide world. And then, here at this park, I found her at last. Yes, you guessed it, I barked. You bet I did, and I went running after her, too. Oh, jackass. So he's dead again, isn't he? Oh, poor dog. And I guess I died. And I was unconscious for a little while. When I came to, it was all over. Poor Miss Camilla. Crushed under that big scary lump. Oh, what have I done? So sorry, little lady. Please forgive me. Miss Camilla! I had to rescue Miss Camilla. It was up to me. Cried out from the depths of my heart, and then... Oh, that's new. Can't tell you how surprised I was, but I bet you understand, right? Better than probably anybody else could. I remembered what you did for me, how you saved me. So, you went back, right? Back to 4 minutes before the little lady's death? You bet I did. Yes, my dear. Already read that? Push. And in that moment... Now's my chance, I thought. I saw the core. I don't know, looks pretty far. Stretch out my paw toward the core. Ooh, how I felt at that moment. I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, Sissel. Go and try it out for yourself. God damn, the dog's got some reach. I can't believe it. How could you connect over such a great distance? They don't call me Missile for nothing. So then you manipulated that Mino thing and threw it aside. Right on top of my head. Well, no, actually. Huh? I can't manipulate things like... Oh. He just had long reach. Okay. Can't? And how did you... I didn't know what to do. And I happened to see something out of the corner of my eye. And it had a core too. Single leaf hanging from the tree. Tried reaching out to the leaf. What in the world? Can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them. As long as two things have the same shape, that is. Swap things with the same shape. Go ahead and try it. Press swap. That's incredible. So that's how you saved your mistress, is it? That's how I became caught up in this, is it? I'm very sorry. My powers were too meager. Meager? Because you see, I saw one more. Oh yeah, the football. Happened to notice one more core. Something with the exact same shape stuck in the branches of a tree. Hey, you're right. Then it could be swapped again with that. Then disaster wouldn't have to rain down on my head. What is that thing? It's too big to be a leaf. Whatever it is, I'd much prefer it on my head than Mino. Why didn't you swap them? Because it was out of his reach. I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you can, Sissel. But not enough. So it's just too far for me. I couldn't reach. Yep. Squeesh. I must admit, it's a fascinating spectacle of a death if I do say so myself. After trying over and over, seeing if there was anything I could do. There's something you can do now. Huh? We work together, you and me. Thistle, you think so? I don't plan on letting anybody die in front of me tonight. Think you could help me? Of course! Naturally! So we're gonna drop that Mino thing in a different spot. Okay, let's try it. Let's go back again to 4 minutes before. We gotta find a way to get the rugby ball a little closer. Alright, let's get started. 4 minutes from now, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. Then you have to swap Mino with something else. Something with the same shape. Oh, I believe that's a rugby ball. Okay, rugby ball, huh? With the rugby ball where it is now, Missile can't reach it. I have to move it closer somehow. It's like you and I will have to work together on that one, Missile. Okay, I'm ready. Whenever you want to use my swap trick, just press ZR. That way you'll be able to control me. Then if you press ZR, control will come back to me. Okay, let's try it. Together we can stop Mino from hurting anybody. Okay. Is there anything else? Missile. I think there might have to be a direct line. Look at this funny flattened ball. Same shape as that horrible Mino. It's too far to swap from here. This ball starting to look horrible to me. Look at the Mino thing. Knock it down from the tree. Maybe I'm on the wrong person. Wait. There we go. You might have something to do with that baseball. Oh, that was so close. It hit the ball, it could have knocked it down. All this umbrella can be used for? Knocking the rugby ball down? Forget about my powers. Recklessness of youth. I'm gonna have to restart it. Alright, what's the plan? Ours are the key this time. That's the same shape. Try a bunch of things and see how it goes. Choose ZR. Really? Sorry. Oh. I could reach a little further. And do together. Need to use find a path to that rugby ball. No, stop talking to Sissel. There we go. So yeah, there has to be a direct path. Actually, no, I think I want the tire in there. Maybe. I'm not sure. Let's see how this plays out. Here you come already. To repeat my mistakes. Lend them a hand. You'll definitely regret it. I mean, lightning fast speed. This man from running, maybe he wouldn't get squished. Stop him, eh? He swings out of the question. Okay, I guess it was the basketball. Latin fast pace. Way to stop him from running. The playground equipment. One more piece of equipment. Okay, so we do have to do something with the swing. Except I can't fucking get over there.
Twenty minutes later.
There we go. Wow, didn't see this coming. You know the first thing about the globe climber? Huh? And little children treat it with the respect it deserves. Spin it gently, there's no stopping it. Yeah, it does look pretty dangerous. It's destined to fly through the air like this for a while. It just might buy us some time. Stopped him from running for a while. Oop. This funny flattened ball. Yep. Okay. The baseball should be in place. Or I completely fuck it up. See that? Did you see the seesaw? Such a pity. A little too light to do that. You have something a little heavier. Okay, yeah, I think it has to be the basketball. Okay, we have our path. Okay. Oh, it is the tire. God damn it. Fuck. See the seesaw? Too heavy to get much height. Bit of weight to it. I can still swap it. Factor when it comes to swapping it. Oh, okay. So I was on the right track with the basketball. I shouldn't have rewound. Once again. Okay. Okay. Baseball for the basketball. Get him up here. Swap the sisal. Wait for him to get on the thing. Make it spin. Get in the boot. Get up here. Get over to the umbrella. Close it. Open it. To slow down. Into the umbrella. Swap over to missile. Basketball. Ah, no. Motherfucker. Tire. Swap. There, we move the ball. What do you think, Missile? With the ball there, I think I can do it. Just a few seconds, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. From there, you can swap Mino one more time. Final moment is near, Missile. Are you ready? You bet! Alright. Motherfucker took the box. Swaps it with the leaf. Okay, watch me, Sissel. Here I go. Finishing touches. You can do it, Missile. Swap Mino with that ball. Bonk. And now he's just unconscious. There, how's that? My head has been spared. Surely that was a try worthy of the gods. Now Mino's right where he belongs. We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we? Now nobody has to die. Except for one brave little somebody. Huh? Talk about you, Missile. Oh, me? Yes, you're right. I'm so dead, aren't I? Now let's go back and save your life. Wait a minute. What is it? Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. What? When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla. To do that, I need these powers I have now. I see. Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that. Hey, we just saved you. Don't wish your life away already. Oh, of course, you're right. Okay, Missile, have it your way. Maybe we could stop at Burger King after this. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. When you get back to the present time, could you give it to her? Certainly, you have my word. Let's go back then, to the present. So Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. Weren't able to change that part. Lynn listened to my story without saying anything. Sorry, I wish there was something else I could have done. No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's all right. After all, she has me. Missile? Are you in there? Miss Lynn, leave Miss Camilla to me. I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her. Missile. You might want to get into something a little sturdier. Miss Lynn! Uh-oh. Going to leave it up to Missile. Kind of looks like Missile's being left up to the wind. Yo, how you doing, Twinkle Toes? I have something to give you. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the rock of the gods. Aren't you forgetting your promise? Oh, pardon me. There you go. My apologies. This is for you. Oh. You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. He's like, well, not at all. I was only doing what the rock of the gods would have wanted. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Mesmerized by my beauty. Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue. Excuse me, but are you... No, it couldn't be. We met before. Aren't you that little girl from that time? I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park. 10 years ago. He was there for the incident, apparently. You're talking about Okay, fucking talk. Here in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we meet once again. If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it? Could just be coincidence, but apparently you know our lady detective here. Could you tell us about it? About what happened 10 years ago? Yes, of course. I was actually about to do just that. The Rock of the Gods. What's this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning? Don't you know? It's right there in front of us. Mino. Oh. The monument. And Missle's corpse. Missile. Wait a minute. You say gods, but do you mean dogs? Of course not. Don't be silly. There's no time for ridiculous word games. We're standing just above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at that monument. Monument? Rock of the Gods, Temsic Park. Rock of the Gods. The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Ever since the day it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. A miracle? So this rock you've been talking about, is it a meteorite? Precisely. Dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Surely you know all about it. Me? Why would she know? That day I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that day would change my destiny. The sun was going down, and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. Witnessed the incident. Peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. Didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. Knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was so thick, it was painful, so I couldn't stand it any longer. That's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. When it crashed into the ground, the meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. Then I saw it. One of those beautiful fragments pierced into the criminal's back. The judgment of the gods was brought down on the park that day. "10 years ago, the little girl that was you was saved by the Rock of the Gods." Oh my, I can't believe it. The Rock of the Gods was given the name Temsic. Still today, it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth. I never knew about this Temsic. I always thought Detective Jowd was the one who saved me. We were very young then. We passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. That's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. Strange you never heard of it, Lynn. It is, isn't it? Now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news and I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. The meteorite was named Temsic after the name of this park that it fell in. Then the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now an awful thing is happening. They're talking about turning the park into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. I've taken up residence in this park and I'm trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. That is my mission. You see, okay, theory time. This meteorite is what's giving the powers of the dead. And the criminal that took Lynn hostage 10 years ago, could be wrong, might be Sissel. Taking you with me, Missile. 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lynn wasn't aware of the meteorite. Get that, but Detective Jowd, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temsic thing. If he knew, the man died or took his life. What was that confession of his all about? The rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives, like the ripples on a pond when a pebble is dropped in. Every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn? Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, we decide to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there's a few things I want to ask Detective Jowd. Found the music box, Detective Jowd. Good job, Lynn. I knew you would. Once everything had been resolved, I wanted you to give this to him. Him? You mean Inspector Cabanella, right? Don't suppose he'll ever forgive me. Detective Jowd. Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know? See? Was that a knack? It's more like brute strength to me. The gun. Here you are. You should find scorch marks on the grip. Scorch marks? Jamila built her contraptions to use a special kind of string. It's the kind magicians use. It burns up in an instant and disappears. Why would little Camilla use something like that? I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter. Not leaving any evidence behind and all that. In the case report, there was mention of some scorch marks. When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place. She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. So who put it there? I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the pictures, you should find scorch marks behind it on the frame too. Those marks should match up with the ones on the gun. In other words, it proves the contraption existed there in that room that day. And it didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right? Exactly. Some cowardly culprit modified the design. That angle was never brought up in court. So, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point. He knew I was right. Wasn't Detective Jowd? Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness. Thank you, Lynn. Those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago. It's like, yeah, about that. Sissel, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That is what I told myself these past 5 years. Things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight, I come into contact with a lot of people's lives and gotten involved in their fates. The only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. Things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow. I just know it. That's why I need to ask you a few more questions, in order to find the truth about us. Fair enough, fire away. Let's start with Temsic. Detective Jowd, you must have heard this name before. Temsic. The meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there. So you found out about that, did you? I heard that meteorite saved little Lynn's life. That's right. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day. But in that case, I don't get it. It's true, doesn't it mean you didn't steal somebody's life away? What are you talking about? Detective Jowd, you told me 10 years ago the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. What? But it was the meteorite. I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away. No question about it. It was entirely my fault. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer. That's not true! You were trying to save me. Actually, no, wait. Okay, so Mystery Man's already dead, so it can't be Sissel. Could it be Ray, perhaps? Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it. Huh? Alright. Back to the manipulator thing. Cecil told me all about it, Detective Jowd. About the manipulator. Yes, and it looks like this manipulator really did a number on the minister, too. Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him. Oh. Cecil, do you think that's what happened to me, too? What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me. You were manipulated, too? There's always a part of me that just can't believe it. The image of the one who shot me. Now I see the possibility of a new explanation. But who is it, and why did they do it? Good questions. The contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it? That's right. Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere. Surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine. Right? I knew it. See, Detective Jowd? No, I'm afraid I don't see. Told Detective Jowd about it. Told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place. It's very strange indeed. Junkyard on the edge of town? Never even heard of the place. What's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption. You haven't? That old pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? And back to 10 years ago. On that day 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place. Another place? Yes, in the police headquarters interrogation room. Worst sort of incident. A suspect who was being questioned escaped. How? I didn't know about that. Happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the chase. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down and load in the park. I fired a warning shot. Wanted to catch him. Bad. That warning shot made him panic. At the time, I was a young and green detective brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It was all my fault. Detective Jowd. All I could see was my target. Couldn't even see you. So sorry, Lynn. So the man who grabbed me died that day. These last 10 years, never forgotten his face. And a few years after that, my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way. I thought it was fate, my punishment for what I'd done. Painted pictures in my cell, with portraits of people's faces. All the faces of the many people I'd met in my life and didn't want to forget. Cecil being among them, apparently. And tonight, finished my last portrait, the final face I wanted to remember. The final face. Oh, it was him. Wait, just 1 minute. That can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face he painted tonight. It was him. It was my face. Are you telling me I was the man in the park that time? That's right. That face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. The face of the man whose life I stole. The man who was pronounced dead at the scene. But hold on, Detective Jowd. Can't be true. I just met Cecil for the first time tonight. He died right in front of me. By the way, the name that I know the man in the park that day by isn't Cecil. What? From the first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy? Mr. Minister. It's back at the junkyard. Inspector Cabanella, where are you? Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand. It's been contacted by the blue people. Demand. Our demand hasn't changed. The execution must be tonight. Once we've confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage. What are you talking about, Inspector Cabanella? You know it wasn't my daughter who was abducted. Does it really matter who the hostage is? A life is a life. Even if it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. So he's being held at gunpoint. What is it, Mr. Minister? You look paler than ever. What in the world? What's going on? Dr. Cabanela! Rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago. Twisted the fates of many people. Started a chain of tragic events. Even now, the chain continues to grow ever longer. Inspector Cabanela's call proved that to us. The greatest mystery of all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I? Even further from knowing that than when I started. Station of the park. Oh, that was a long one. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you like this video, leave a like and a comment. If you want to see more, hit subscribe and the bell, and I'll see you guys next time.